This is Season 9, Episode 183 of the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast.
Sometimes the important thing is not the number of miles you've driven, but what's going on inside your head while driving. The Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast will stimulate your mind and keep you company while on the road. Join us for education, motivation, and inspiration from wherever you may be in our nation. You'll hear roundtable discussions about important information that's impacting our industry. Plus, you'll learn more about new technology, equipment, driving opportunities, safety, and operations. Get driver success and fitness tips to keep you profitable, safe, healthy, as well as entertaining stories from the road. And don't you know, we've all got a few of those. We might be traveling in different directions, but we're all part of one driver community at the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast. With your host, trucker Tim Cicerelli.
Well, hello once again, friends. Tim Cicerelli here, otherwise known as Trucker Tim. This is episode 183 of the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast. We are locked, we are loaded, and ready to roll down the highway with you, hopefully keeping you company, keeping you educated, and maybe even just a little entertained over the next 30 minutes or so. Now, today we got one of those episodes that reminds you exactly why you chose this road in the first place. Because this one is all about growth, longevity, and the people who make Stevens feel like home. On the way this episode, we're going to shine the spotlight again on a friend who joined us a couple of weeks ago. This is audio pulled from a video you can find on the Stevens Transport YouTube channel about a true legend behind the wheel. Gerald Dubrail, 30 years, 3 million miles, and he'll tell you it's not about chasing those numbers. It's about mastering your craft, staying patient, and trusting the process. We'll have that audio from a video you can find on our YouTube channel coming up in just a little bit. Then we're going to talk about leveling up. I sit down with Joshua Boblet, who went from rookie to trainer in just 6 months. Josh breaks down what it takes to grow your income, your mindset, and your future with Stevens Transport, and why helping others might just be the fastest lane to success. We're also going to talk about something we're pretty excited about here at Stevens Transport, as we are proud to sponsor the 40th Annual Bagel Run coming up on Sunday, May 10th. It's a 10K, 5K, and a Kids K, and even a virtual run happening in Dallas, supporting the Jewish Community Center, an incredible cause that brings people together to learn, grow, and connect. We'll have details on that coming up in just a little bit. But first, let's kick things off as we welcome home a familiar face. After 5 years away, he's back with a fresh perspective, powerful leadership, and a reminder that Stevens is and always has been about people first. Let's welcome back Willie Byrd as he returns to his nest here at Stevens Transport with our Stevens Roundtable. It's our Stevens Roundtable, and this is a very special Stevens Roundtable because you ever have that friend or family member that goes away for a while and you miss them? Well, Willie is back. Willie Byrd. Look, we both got birds on our hat for those that are watching this on social media. I've got a Stevens Transport hat on. Willie's got a hat on. Willie Byrd, welcome back to Stevens Transport and welcome to the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast.
Hey, happy to be here, man.
Willie, tell us your story. You know, I'm recording this away from Stevens Transport. You're there. I understand you just came back earlier in the week that this is recorded, and it seems like you can't get down the hallway. Everybody's texting me, Willie's back, Willie's back, Willie's back. You were a popular dude before you left, and now you're even more popular. And he's shaking his head because he's being humble. But when you do a good job and you're a kind person and people love to be around you, those are the kind of accolades you get inside the Stevens Transport family. So, Willie, if you would, for our friends on the other side of the speakers who may not have heard that you came back and will be excited to hear this, and maybe for those that don't know who Willie Byrd is, tell us about your experience at Stevens Transport before you left, what you did when you left, and what you're doing now that you're finally back with us.
Oh, wow. So this journey started, oh my God, maybe 15 years ago? 2011. First showed up on the Stevens Transport campus and interviewed for a job in the fuel department. So my journey started in fuel, working in the fuel department, and was kind of like managing or, assisting with contractors and helping them understand how to budget fuel for their business. And so
the biggest expense. Yeah, that's the
biggest expense. So that was my assignment. It's like, hey, make sure these guys are doing what they should be doing with their fuel so that they can make money, right? And I think I spent a year in the fuel department. And so the rest of my time, the other part of the 9 years that I was here, was spent as a contractor recruiter. Spent that as a contractor recruiter.
As a contract recruiter, you're facilitating the American dream for a lot of people. Yes. Honestly, I mean, that's an important role. You're helping people start their own business, take the ceiling away from their income. So you must have felt a lot of satisfaction doing that.
I mean, my dad was an entrepreneur. So I'd seen it all my life, but never really understanding it, never really, really appreciating it until, I got in that role. I understand now. This is why he did what he did. And it took that position here at Stevens Transport to actually bring that full circle. And so that was kind of a life lesson that I was able to transfer to the guys as to what they were about to get themselves into. And if there was anything that I would say is success or could attribute anything, it's about building relationships with these guys. I say it all the time, and I say it because it's true. People don't care who you are, and they don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And I made some long-lasting relationships with these guys.
What a philosophy, though. Yeah. Repeat that again for those that might have missed it. I love it.
No. It's an old adage, but people don't care who you are, and they don't care how much you know until they know how much you care about them.
That's a T-shirt right there. With
I'm sure there's one out there. There's one out there. Trust me. But I cared about these guys because what they were about to do not only impacted them, but it impacted their families. And I understood that. And so I wanted to break it down in its most simplest form. And it didn't matter how long I had to do it or how long it took me to get them comfortable to see, okay, this is a step that you're getting ready to take. And these are the things you need to do. And if you'll just follow these things, you'll be okay. And a lot of the guys, as you said, and that's something I wouldn't have ever mentioned, but that's the connection, to that. And the passion, I think, that I had about it, because I lived it. I grew up with it. So the passion, it is just a natural thing. It's not, people think I'm a used car salesperson. I'm not. I can't sell anything because I'm the first person to tell you, if you don't like something, don't do it. But when you're passionate about something and you believe in it, and I do believe in this program because I've seen the difference that it has made in these drivers' lives.
I mean, not just drivers, but for so many people too, not just drivers, but for those that are in-house like yourself too.
Yeah.
The opportunities that are available through Stevens Transport. So Willie, you did this for a while, you had all this passion and you changed lives. How long were you gone?
5 years.
5 years. So 5 years away from Stevens, you learned new things from new people, and now you're coming back even stronger. What was it that led you back home?
Probably the support that Angela gave me. She's tough. And I look at her and she thinks I'm crazy, I'm sure, because I'm always smiling. Because I have 4 older sisters. And so when she gets on to me, it's like one of my sisters getting on to me. It reminds me so much of one of my older sisters.
Well, I love what you said because, listen, we've known Angela for years. I have. And then you say she's tough, and she is tough. She's
a great teacher. And she uses that. If you are perceptive enough, those are teachable moments. And she's using that to teach you. And it's like, wow, okay. Yeah, I learned so much.
Well, Angela, one of the things that I've noticed is, she's tough, but her heart is even bigger.
I swear to you.
You just got to get to know Angela.
I just had a conversation yesterday with her new assistant, and that is the key. Once you know that woman's heart is something like, wow, If
you can just get through the expectations, because the expectations are high, because Yes, this is a highly successful company. And to be a big leaguer, you got to play like a big leaguer.
Got to play like it.
You got to play like it. And that's the expectation. But that's the team that you want to be on. And listen, I know her very well, and her heart is even bigger than that bark. And that's the team that you want to be on for sure. A winning team that looks out for each other and supports each other. And so you came back. The equipment is top drawer. You got the support. What's it like coming home and walking through the hallways and seeing some familiar faces? That's got to feel good for you, buddy.
It does. It really does. And I feel a little bad because people remember me. And I've had like driver after driver. Will, you're back. We need you. And I can't remember the names. Some of the names I remember, but some of them I can't. So
listen, that's not fair. But I mean, there's so many people, and that's. But you know what? That speaks volumes about the energy that you bring to the place, that you bring inside the building, that our drivers feel while they're out there on the road. And so tell us what you're going to do now. How are you going to level up, buddy? What you got planned? Tell us what you got.
Well, being in this management role, one of the things, I want to create that same energy. I want to build a team. I want to build that same type of energy for the recruiters that I'll be managing. I want to get in there where I need to get in there. I want to build that energy around these recruiters. We were just trying to look at a place, how to organize over here in the recruiting department. But I want to set up a place where these guys can come and have a conversation, because if there was, one of the things that I think led to my success was that guys could come to my office. My office, the door was always open, and there was always someone in there just wanting a one-on-one. Explain to me. Don't give me the sales pitch. Just explain to me, what am I getting ready to get myself into? So that relationship building is so important. And I want these guys to have a space over here where they can sit down with these guys, because we're the initial point of contact, if you will. But it's like, hey, if we don't sit these guys down and make them comfortable and to show them that this is nothing to fear, if they follow Steve Aaron's model and just teach that model and understand what Steve Aaron is bringing to the table and understand what we expect them to bring to the table, I think it's a marriage made in heaven.
Well, you say it's just you, and that's why everybody's so happy that you're back. So congratulations on making a great decision to come home, buddy. And we look forward to having you back on the podcast for an update on how things are going. And listen, open door policy here as well on the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio podcast. If there's a message you want to get out to our existing contracted drivers or to our friends on the other side of the speakers who are doing their research and they found this podcast because they're like, I'm looking for a new place to work, anytime to say, hey, Tim, I got some stuff I want to talk about to entice some of these potential contracted drivers. Come over here, rebuild their lives, and start their own business with
This is the place. This is the place. We will take care of you. This is the place to be. This is the place. I love it.
Every step of the way is taken care of, and you're the one welcoming them in. So first impression, want to congratulate you. Welcome back, Willie Byrd, and we hope to have you back here soon on the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio podcast.
Thank you so much, Tim.
All right, so good to have Willie Byrd back. Hey, listen, something really cool happening on Mother's Day. It's the 40th Annual Bagel Run. And we invite you to bring your whole family out if you're in the Dallas area. This is a perfect family activity that takes place on Sunday, May 10th. Run or walk through a scenic neighborhood course in a timed 10K, 5K, and Kid K. Also, a virtual run. You can sign up as an individual with your family or as a team. You can also create your own team or let Stevens Transport place you in one. You can discover the excitement and camaraderie that fills the air as participants come together to support and raise funds for the Jewish Community Center in Dallas, where community learns, celebrates, grows, and connects. We'll have a link for you to sign up for the 40th Annual Bagel Run in the episode notes. All right, around the corner, we're going to have a Stevens driver spotlight, a gentleman with 30 years behind him and 3 million miles. Plus, we're going to talk about a driver who went from a rookie to a trainer within 6 months. An inspiring story on the way on the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio podcast.
Now more than ever, truck drivers are true American heroes. The men and women who literally keep America moving by delivering goods across the country. Being a professional driver is a rewarding, financially lucrative, long-term career filled with exciting adventures. a career where you'll never have to worry about job security. If you have your CDL and keep it up, it will sustain you for the long haul. You can see the country, serve your country, and provide a good life for your family. Whether you'd rather haul on a dedicated route or lane, or prefer working with one specific customer, if you want to own your business, we have a program that sets you up for success with all the tools and support you need. We've got opportunities in our intermodal rail division and have programs to help military veterans transition into trucking careers. We have second generations of drivers whose parents have driven for Stevens, who then trained their children and are now truck drivers. Some are even small fleet owners. So, whatever your dream is, you can achieve it right here at Stevens. If you're looking for a company with a 40-plus year track record that's never had a layoff and just had the largest pay increase in company history for both new and experienced drivers, Stevens Transport has you covered. We offer the finest tools and technology and provide our drivers with the best state-of-the-art equipment on the market. Our infrastructure will support you both on and off the road. As a driver for Stevens, you become part of our family. Many companies throw the word family around. We're family-owned, family-run, and family-driven. Our 40-plus years of success is built on family. At Stevens, you're not just a number. Our drivers are part of our extended family, and we recognize and honor them every chance we get. If you want to be among the top income earners among professional drivers, if you want great benefits, if you want to have every type of driving opportunity at your fingertips, if you want to be part of a company that will stand behind you and ensure your success, come join the Stevens Transport family today and become an American hero. So, what are you waiting for? Take the first step toward your future career with the best trucking company in America. Become part of the Stevens Transport family today by calling our recruiting department at 1-800-333-8595 or apply online at stevenstransport.com.
Ever wondered what it's like to drive across the country and get paid to see America's breathtaking landscapes? Welcome to life as a team driver with Stevens Transport. The life of a trucker can sometimes feel solitary, but with team driving, you're never alone. Let's dive into how teaming up with another driver can transform your trucking career. So what exactly is team driving? Simply put, it's when two drivers share the responsibilities of operating the same truck. This allows for continuous travel and efficient delivery. Federal regulations require solo drivers to be off-duty for at least 10 consecutive hours after 11 hours of driving. Team driving, however, maximizes productivity by alternating driving shifts, cutting down on overall trip times. By working in shifts, team drivers can cover over 5,500 miles a week. That's more than double what solo drivers can achieve, leading to more priority loads and higher earnings. Efficiency is key. With two drivers, tasks like loading and unloading become quicker and easier. Plus, you'll earn more per mile. One of the greatest perks? You get to choose your driving partner, whether it's a close friend or a new acquaintance. Having a partner on the road makes those long hauls more enjoyable. And what about rest? Team drivers sleep in comfy bunk beds while the truck is moving, allowing for nearly non-stop travel without sacrificing sleep. Safety is another major advantage. With two drivers, there's an added layer of oversight to ensure committed safety. So, if you're ready to take your trucking career to the next level, consider team driving with Stevens Transport. It's the perfect blend of companionship, efficiency, and increased earnings. Explore the benefits of team driving and start your adventure today with Stevens Transport. Apply now and join a team that drives you to success. Your journey starts here.
Welcome back to the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast. My name is Tim Cicerelli, otherwise known as Trucker Tim. If you wouldn't mind, when you hit your next stop, please follow or subscribe to this podcast from whichever podcast platform you're enjoying it from. We are everywhere. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible. If it's a platform with a podcast on it, we are there. And by following the podcast, you'll have a brand new episode waiting for you each and every week as soon as it's released. And if you wouldn't mind, please leave us a review. Tell us what you like about the show and what you'd like changed. We are producing this podcast for you to keep you educated, informed, and hopefully a little entertained as well. Time now for our driver spotlight. We pulled some audio from a video that you can find on our Stevens Transport YouTube channel. We'll have a link to this video in the episode notes. And this is about a driver out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. 30 years behind the wheel, 3 million miles behind him. And he'll tell you, it's not about just chasing that number to get into that Hall of Fame. It's about your mindset and mastering a skill. He is also a tanker driver, something that you might be interested in. So let's listen to some advice from a gentleman who spent 30 years behind the wheel. This is the story of Gerald Dubrail.
My name is Gerald Dubrail, and I am a contract driver. I originally started here in 1994 from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Yeah, I think about it. I mean, it's a great accomplishment to do, 3 million miles. That's a lot of miles and no accidents, clean record. I enjoy driving. I like what I do, so I don't look at it and set that as a goal or nothing. So I don't look at it as that big of a deal to me. It's a good experience to do. It's a different skill set. Driving tankers, though, it's totally different than pulling a regular box trailer. And it takes a little while getting used to, and you really have to have a lot of patience in tankers. Basically, it's the patience. Be patient, don't rush. Never rush to get anywhere, because where you're going will always be there. So no matter what time you get there, it's gonna be there. Just take your time, get there safely, get there in one piece. The place you're going to, it's gonna be there. They're a family-oriented company. They treat you like family. And they do things that a lot of companies won't do for you. That's one thing I say about Stevens I like about them. They will stand behind their drivers, especially drivers that's been with them for a long time. They will have your back. Just say thanks, Stevens, for giving me this opportunity to do what I've always wanted to do.
Thank you, Gerald, for sharing your story again. You can find a link to that video in our episode notes. Always great to talk to our drivers who are helping new drivers start their career on the road with Stevens Transport. And right now joining us is a gentleman who is out on the road as we speak, driver Josh Boblett. Josh, where are you right now?
I'm in Russellville, Arkansas.
Russellville, Arkansas. Well, buddy, thank you so much for taking the time to be with us today. We know you want to get out there, get those wheels turning so you can keep earning. So thanks again for joining us on the podcast. Josh, how long you been with Stevens Transport?
Going on 4 years. I've been training for 3.5.
6 months in, and you said, I want to help people out. You must be pretty darn good.
Nah, pretty good.
You can humble brag, buddy, especially here on the podcast. So, Josh, let's talk about your career before we talk about how you help others embark upon theirs and get theirs rolling. What was it that led you to being a truck driver and for Stevens Transport in particular?
Well, I heard they had a real good training program, and the line of work I come from doing all my life, I started breaking my back. I figured I'd take a little easier route for a while.
Yeah, driving a truck is a lot better than digging ditches, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
So you have been with the company for 4+ years, and 6 months in, you decided you wanted to help other drivers. Of course, there's a pay increase when you do something like that, I'm guessing.
Sure can be.
Tell us about how that has helped you before we go into, your style.
It helps out a lot. As long as you keep these guys on the truck and dispatch keep you rolling, it's a lot better on my family at home. It gives me a little extra money to go home and enjoy them. So
good. Well, that's the whole point, right, of what everybody's doing out there is to provide for their family. I think the part that really stuck with me is that you said you were with the company just 6 months, and already there was an opportunity for some upward mobility and to increase your pay. And so Stevens Transport always making that available to our drivers, and you took full advantage of it. When you started training, what were some of the challenges you found in that transition, if any?
Getting comfortable riding with people and trusting people.
That makes sense, though. You're a lone wolf when you're out there, right? I mean, so now you're all of a sudden in the truck with somebody.
It makes it a little more enjoyable too. I mean, they do put you with people that you connect with pretty closely, so it helps with the time out here when you're away from your family. It pays good.
Well, let's talk about that for a minute, Josh, because I think that's an important component. Already, we know that drivers don't mind working by themselves, and they get accustomed to that and used to that, and it requires that type of a personality to do what you do for OTR. So it is very important that they link you up with somebody to hit your wagon with, that you're going to be in the cab for many, many hours. Tell us about that process. And was that easy or hard? It's kind of like this is going to sound weird, but almost like a dating site.
Yeah. So we become friends through this. A lot of them, the ones you can tell they ain't going to make it.
You can tell right away.
Yeah. So some of them hold out as long as they can, but from the beginning, you can usually tell they're not going to stick with it.
So that's actually opens up another direction for this interview, and I think a very important thing to discuss is, what are some of the things that you notice as a trainer, or your radar is up and you're like, yeah, they're not going to make it? What are some of those qualities or characteristics that you notice?
Usually if they have young kids and young family, it's hard on people. It's hard on me, and my kids are almost all grown. And
well, I see by your shirt, too, you're a first-time grandpa as well.
That's right.
Congratulations.
2025.
Awesome. Yeah, so mostly is it just them being away from family, or are there any other attributes you notice?
Well, I mean, it's hard for them to adjust to the traffic in different states. A lot of people, some people ain't even never drove a pickup truck. The ones that do make it through, they seem to enjoy it.
Indeed. No, listen, we've been doing this podcast for several years now, and it's not for everybody. And that's important to say up front. I mean, in that qualification process to become a driver for Stevens Transport, there's certain criteria, of course, that you got to follow. I mean, we want to get as many drivers as possible and provide them an opportunity to make money for their family and have an enjoyable career and a productive and a lucrative one. But it does take a certain type of person. And so how great that there's that opportunity to get out there on the road for people to see if indeed this is their cup of tea. And clearly it was for you. What's some advice that you would like to give those that might have found this podcast that are thinking about becoming a driver, or if they're already a driver, coming over to Stevens Transport?
They got good benefits. The insurance is great. A lot of friendly people up there. Nice equipment. I enjoy my truck. I just got 400,000 on it. Got it with just a few miles on it. It's a good company. Come over and that good training program. Go out with a good trainer like me.
That's right.
And get out here and make you some good money.
What does that training program look like? Say they're brand new, and then they talk to a recruiter, and then they end up on the yard, and then what's that like?
A few weeks of getting your permit and everything, but they're going to work you through it, and then they're going to help you and make sure that you make it through that process and make sure that you're safe enough to even go forward. But then after that, get on the truck, 6 weeks, 240 mountains, Northeast, West Coast.
You got to check all those boxes, don't you, when you're training? Yeah.
Make sure that you know how to send in for your pay and do your map. That way you can make it without going down wrong roads. So make sure trainers actually show you their process. I mean, person in the classroom can tell you something, but the person that's out here doing it every day, everything changes every day. So really follow the direction of your trainer. Get back, get your truck, man.
Just get your truck and get out there and start making some money while you're seeing the country. While you've been out there, either with a driver training them or by yourself, what are some of the more spectacular things that you've noticed out there or seen, Josh?
I will take time when I get a chance. I'll take these guys like New York City. We'll take a load down there and catch a train and a bus and go hit up the big city for a day. Just different places you can go see and do stuff. It's amazing. I never thought I'd like New York or any place like that, but
it's pretty amazing, isn't it? Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, I'm the same way. When I went up there, gosh, about 15 years ago, I didn't think I'd like it, and I love it. There's just so much to see, and that's something that a lot of our drivers say. The seasoned drivers that we've had on the podcast is, I can't believe I get paid to see the country, and then if they work it right, like you just said. And they, you get acclimated and you understand how the system works. You factor in that time to park your truck between loads or whatever to go see things that you'd normally have to pay for to get there.
That's exactly right. Because it makes it a lot cheaper.
Makes it a lot cheaper, and it's a win-win. You get paid to see the country. So after over 4 years and 6 months in, you decided to make some more money, providing us with a scenario on how this company provides upward mobility, a chance to make some more dough, and you get to see the country and get paid for it. So Josh, company driver and company trainer for Stevens Transport, appreciate you taking time out of your day, bud. You be safe out there.
Have a good one.
Well, there she is, episode 183 of the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast. If you found this podcast because you're searching for a brand new career, please make sure you visit the episode notes. We will have phone numbers and every link possible for you to learn more about Stevens Transport and even schedule a call with one of our recruiters. All the information is in the episode notes. And like we said earlier, please follow or subscribe to this podcast from whichever platform you're enjoying it from and share it with one of your fellow drivers. We sure would appreciate it. And finally, my name is Tim Cicerelli, otherwise known as Trucker Tim. Thanks for joining me. And until next time, be safe out there. And thanks for listening to the Stevens Transport Roadside Radio Podcast.